the motor reach here, this place. This is where the motor reach. Maybe no, it reach this sleep. Yes.
All right, so we are live. All right, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whichever part of the globe you have been part of this program tonight. This is Golden People's Parliament, and we'll be dissecting once again social political issues, burning headlines that affect Nigerians cut across the globe on Nigerian social political space. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Ako Christian Oche, otherwise known as Due Process. It's my pleasure to welcome you to tonight's program on Cobden People's Parliament. Tonight we'll be having a number of discussions surrounding the coalition. We all understand how Mr. Peter Obi has already given a nod to the coalition discussion. As a matter of fact, he confirmed on the airspace that was held just on Saturday as fully into the coalition. We are expecting an imminent announcement over by tomorrow, because the leadership of the coalition will be coming together to have a roundtable discussion and the unveiling of the coalition leadership officially. Rumors have it that Senator David Mark has been unanimously adopted as the coalition chairman for the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, which of course is the coalition anchor for 2027. On this note tonight, I'll be inviting my brother all the way from Bora State, Mr. David Sunday, to please assist us with some of the headlines that we'll have for tonight. Mr. David Sunday, are you available? Mr. David Sunday, are you available, please?
Yes, yes.
All right, can you take some of the headlines from the episode?
Yeah, the trending stories. 1, Nigeria drawn in a debt of 149 trillion, despite subsidy removal and subsidy removal of fuel and tax revenue. River State Sole Administrator spent 24 billion on CCTV on River State Government House. Tinubu insensitive holiday at St. Lucia, while Fulani terrorists sweep community with genocide. ADC National Secretariat announced coalition leadership on Wednesday, 2nd July 2025. Ekiti State Deputy Governor Commission Local Government Area Gates. That is it, 1 to 5.
Yes, thank you, Mr. David Sunday. These are some of the trending headlines that have been governing the social media space across the world when it comes to Nigerian matter. And tonight, our main focus will anchor on the ADC coalition. We all understand the political space has been engulfed with the stories of the coalition, and Nigerians are pulling across all the political muscles to ensure that Tinubu is unseated come 2027. It is on this note that we are welcoming my guests on Zoom. We have a number of people who have joined us tonight to have a robust discussion. Before you unmute and speak, I would like to give the opportunity to our listeners out there In case you want to be part of this program, this is a landline you can call 080-6255-7980. Again, 080-6255-7980. Ladies and gentlemen on Zoom, please, you've heard some of the headlines that have been read out by our very respected elder brother, Mr. David Sunday, all the way from Kwara State. In case you want to have a contribution on this topic, please feel free to unmute and let's have the conversation going. While I expect your contribution, it's appalling that Nigerians everywhere the street is quiet, and the APC keeps sinking the country into debt. As we speak, as of today, Nigeria is still enrolled in 149 trillion naira debt. Look across the country. Where are the infrastructures that deserve 149 trillion? It's unimaginable. So corruption has successfully dug the pit for Nigeria, and we are already in. What is left now is just to cover the sand to ensure that Nigeria is successfully buried. Because I don't see any country coming out of this kind of debt. 149 trillion. No more billion, it's not trillion. How will Nigeria come out of this? Come to think about it, Nigeria is a country blessed with numerous mineral resources. What is President Tinubu doing with Nigeria's subsidy money that he claimed to have removed in order to have savings? Where are this money going into? What can he outrightly point to as achievement for subsidy removal? And how much exactly is he expending on subsidy? There are claims that Tinubu is still expending money for subsidy, while he claims he has reduced subsidy. In clarity, what is the amount of fuel consumed by Nigeria on a daily basis? The federal government is yet to provide this data. It is on this note I look up to your honest contribution so that we'll have a conversation. It's not surprising that the Rivers State Sole Administrator is also doing his own part of the corruption. He claimed to have expended 24 billion naira just to install CCTV on the state government house. So if you were to install CCTV across Rivers State, how much will he claim to have spent? Well, I'll leave that to you to decide. And of course, the people of Rivers State should also look into this as their fight for survival, because no state, no government, no society, no community can survive with this type of mindset that we have across the APC. Of course, you all understand how the governor was illegitimately removed from office, and you can see the consequences. Sole administrator can just decide to expend 24 billion naira without anybody's approval or application. This is uncalled for. And the third on the headline is Tinubu's insensitive holiday at St. Lucia, while Fulani herdsmen, of course, continue their field day by clearing and declaring all forms of insecurity, genocide across the Middle Belt in particular. We understand how Kwara State has never been in the headline, but lately Kwara has also joined the League of Insecure States, just like we have in Niger, Benue, and Plateau. FCT now is the next. Just last week, I saw a trending video where two Fulani herdsmen were on bike along Kubwa Zuba Road, and they're carrying their AK-47 openly, not even hidden, and they're going without any security. Arresting them is uncalled for. Till today, the Nigerian police is yet to provide any formal statement in that regard. So these are some of the stories that we'll be having a discussion around. And of course, the ADC National Secretariat will be announcing the coalition leadership, as we already discussed. David Mark has been fingered to be the coalition chairman, because we understand David Mark leadership prowess. He remains the author of the doctrine of necessity. The doctrine of necessity was, was designed and implemented by Senator David Mark during his days as the Senate President, when President Umaru Yar'Adua passed away. And in the Nigerian Constitution, there was no provision for a sitting president that dies and who takes over. There was no formal procedure until David Mark had to implement the doctrine of necessity that brought in President Goodluck Jonathan during his days as Senate President. So these are some of the issues, burning headlines to be having discussion. Please unmute and let's have a robust discussion around these topics. Thank you. Mr. Jefferson, I said, welcome.
Thank you very much, due process.
Yes,
let me start with, the fuel subsidy remover. Actually, when you look at the criminality in the fuel sector, and you look at it that the fuel subsidy is a scam, which everyone knows, then the president decided, okay, let's remove the fuel subsidy. And to be candid, it's a very good one and the step they have made, despite they have not made that step at the right time, which is supposed to have put things in order before announcing that fuel subsidy removal. Fine, the deal has been done, but everyone knows, even a little child knows that when you remove fuel subsidy, that gives a room for the country to save massively. To save, every debt that we are owing by now, in 2 years, more than 2 years now, we are supposed to clear the debt up. To my surprise now, still seeing that Nigeria is still owing 149 trillion, despite the fuel subsidy removal. People are hungry. The suffering of the people is what made them to put those money together. And today, nobody knows how the money, what they have used the money for. Because me personally, I have not seen the, things they have, tangible things they have commissioned in this country. Poor people are dying, insecurity, taking over the place. And you are not telling us that we are still owing 149 trillion, despite where is the money they have been saving in the cost of fuel subsidy removal? Where did they keep the money? That is why some of the spokesmen in this country do say that this government is a government of of radicality, rascality, a government of rascality. This money, is it being shared by the airlines? What did they use the money for? Can they please tell us? This money belongs to every concerned Nigerians. It's not for the people, that are up there. No, they have to be accountable for every kobo spent in a country. But I don't know, Nigeria the reverse is the case. Do we continue like this? We are still owing, and they are still want to borrow. Before you know it now, they will still apply to borrow more. How many years will Nigeria get out of this? Even these people that want to become president today, I even feel for them. I don't know the person that will emerge as president come 2027, but that person will now come and face all these debt. And even if care is not taken, he cannot be able to pay it. And another president will come like that. And no president have ever borrowed money the way this government, have done. He have wrecked down every sector of this country. Business is no longer flourishing in Nigeria. Many people are closing their businesses all over the place. Is it how we want to run this country? It's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. It's not by force for someone to come and say, I want to be a president. If you don't know what to do, you step aside, let somebody else come in. So that is on that. That is my submission in that regard. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Honorable David Sunday, for that elaborate explanation on the failure of the government to justify subsidy removal. It's unfortunate I saw a trending news where the deputy governor of Ekiti State was busy commissioning a gate, local government gate. And you imagine the amount of money they spent on the convoy to that ceremony, and everything put together will be over the actual cost of even constructing that gate. This is how low the country has become. And these are some of the projects that they claim to be expending this subsidy money on. Of course, we had a discussion around Rivers State, where the governor expended 24 billion naira just to install CCTV. Of course, it's learning from Wike. Wike was very instrumental in bringing about the sole administrator. So he's actually implementing the game plan that's handed over to him by Minister of the FCT, Wike. So Nigeria as it is today, democracy, of course, just in line with what Mr. Peter said, that democracy is dead. For us, democracy is appalling. Rather, we should try to bring back democracy so that we can have democracy to protect. So please, our further contributions are welcome. Davidson, welcome to this meeting. We are having a very robust discussion, and the topic was posted at the chat box. Everyone is allowed to please have a contribution. Let us keep the conversation going. We have country to protect, which is Nigeria.
Let me come in before people will come in. You see, let me tell you, if you are a governor, for instance, and you did not do anything for your people, you see other governors that are working. For example, look at Governor Alex Otti of Abia State. You know, every work is doing is visible. People are seeing it, commissioning. You know, every areas we are seeing them. So if the state government have not done anything, you see, his fellow colleagues commissioning, you know, things they have done. Then he decided to go and commission gate. You know, so a time will come now. Anybody that open a provision store, we will call them. They will come and commission it. Since they have not done anything, what do you expect them to commission?
They come and commission it as their social investment. Very sad.
Yes, if somebody want to be selling cement, they will come there and commission it. That's what they want to be doing. They don't have anything they have done. That is just it. So let me leave the floor for others to contribute. Thank you.
So
all right, good evening. Let me come in here, sir.
All right.
Good evening. Welcome. Yeah. Apostle Gerald speaking from Lagos.
It's a pleasure.
You see, I on my side, I will always say I am tired of listening to complaint upon complaint. We have complained enough, just as the church have played enough. So now I think we're supposed to be looking at the way forward. You asked one question, sir. Could we allow this thing to continue like this? My answer to that now is yes. I think that should be the turning point. Let us stop complaining and ask what we have to do. I have in mind, and thank God for such a forum, that come 2016, and you see the senators, you see the House of Rep coming home, then cooking rice, sharing Indomie, dashing out money, preparing for 2027. And these are people that have been hungry for years. we don't even have what to give them to sustain them. They'll be happy collecting those things. I think it's a hard time we begin to tell the senators that we sent to Abuja to represent us, that is representing Tinubu now, that we don't need them in our community. These are what we should be looking at. What do we do to stop all this nonsense? We should start. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. If we start targeting Tinubu, will not go for 2027. We will get there, Tinubu will enter. But these are the instruments he used. You see him buying all the governors. Those are the instruments. Those are the weapons. And these are people that, and these are the people that is very close to our government. These are the people that we see come to us, that we used to come and share us in Domi. And it's a hard time we tell them, you are representing Tinubu, we don't want you in our community, go back to Abuja.
Indeed,
and by the time he starts feeling this heat, he should know Nigeria is no longer with him.
Apostle, we are there already. I
All
don't know
right.
if you are
Thank you.
I don't know if you are privy to have seen some of the trending videos. When Tinubu visited Benue, the Benue people did not allow APC flag to fly. Whoever was seen with it was collected and torn. The same thing happened in Plateau, in Nasarawa. After his visit, they dismantled all the banners carrying Tinubu's face and poster. So we are there already. The power of the people, of course, must supersede the people in power.
Yes. All right, sir. My addition, sir. I've heard you, sir. What I want to add, which way are we planning to reach the first men, like the police, the soldiers, to tell them when they retire, they are coming to this Nigeria we are trying to build, because they are part of the instrument they use. What plan are we planning? They are ghosts. They are not human beings. They are ghosts. They are not human beings. If they are human beings like us, they wouldn't have allowed these idiots, this guy was to be using them against us.
It all happened because of our approach for 2023. The approach has changed. PWP made it clear that anyone that refused to count the votes will be counted. You know what that means. It's clear. 2027 is a different ball game entirely. If I'm to tell us on this platform, in 2015, the election that brought in President Muhammadu Buhari, I was part of it as polling unit officer. Ladies and gentlemen, if the people insist that their vote must count, there is no magic anyone can do about it. Definitely, we arrived at the polling unit without original result sheets. Our SPO told us to go ahead and conduct the election, that she would deliver the original result sheet, which is otherwise known as from EC8A. When we arrived at the polling units, we were about to start setting up. The people said no. The polling unit observers and the agents of different political parties, they checked our material and found out that from EC8A was missing. That was how they stopped the process. We could not start. We called the SPO, she said we should tell them that she's bringing it, that we should commence. They refused us to start. Neither did they allow us to return. To your surprise, we held both stage at the polling unit for 3 days. No one went home to bathe or return. We were remaining there for 3 days. We were not allowed to disembark, neither are we allowed to start. But when the SPO found out that people were determined, she had no choice but to bring from EC8A to the polling units in that ward that she's supervising. So what am I trying to say? At the end of the day, she was able to escape narrowly. She was almost lynched in Niger State, Lapai to be precise. So if the people are determined to have free, fair, and credible election, nobody, not even the army commander, can stop it. The power of the people is so prominent that nothing can stop. So, all we have to do is to continue sensitization and ensure that all polling units have their polling officers, their agents, well strategically positioned we need nothing less than 10 polling units representative across the polling unit in Nigeria. And that is the focus. None of the coalition will announce tomorrow. And we are very, very optimistic that Mr. Peter Obi is going to emerge as the flag bearer for the coalition. It is on that confidence that I'm assuring everyone that it is not business as usual. We are going to man the polling unit, take it back to the bank. There will be no polling unit that will be left unmanned. So we all must prepare to be part of this process. The vehicle that is taking us to Aso Rock 2027 is the African Democratic Congress. And everyone should make their way to be part of it. In case you are on this platform, in this meeting, and you are yet to be part of it, you can let us know. Any states that you belong to, you can be fixed to be part of the building of the new coalition platform, which is the African Democratic Congress. So,
okay,
I hope I answered your question.
Good evening, Mr. Christian Akok. Please, can I make some comments?
Yes, come in, please. Welcome to the show.
Okay, good evening, and good evening, everyone that is on this space tonight. It's good to be here again. First, I want to start by congratulating the ADC, the National Secretariat of the ADC, on the coalition announcement that will be made tomorrow. Is a great feat for us in Nigeria. And like Apostle has said, it is time to stop complaining. It is time for action. And this coalition is just the gateway for us to come together and tell these people it's no longer business as usual. So having said that, I want to speak directly to number 2 item on the topics tonight, which is the Rivers State Sole Administrator expanding 24 billion on CTV for Rivers State Government House. That is absurd, to say the least, honestly. Can you imagine that in a state where there is no functional House of Assembly, where there is no functional, where he was not elected, and he will go ahead to spend that kind of money, and I'm not sure the thing is not in the budget, to spend that kind of whooping amount on CCTV, on a state where people are hungry? God damn it. Nobody does that. And every Nigerian is waiting to see what the National Assembly, the oversight the National Assembly is going to do and speak to this. This is totally unacceptable for a man that was not elected, for a military man that was brought in to host way for a while, will not spend 24 billion on CCTV only. What is the budget of that state, for Christ's sake? You see, the time has come when these shenanigans we do in Nigeria should stop. How can somebody single-handedly do this? This is absolute rubbish. This is what lawlessness can bring to a country. Absolutely. Because everything about his community governance, and his presence in that state is unconstitutional. So how is it going to account for this kind of action? I tell you, I'm very, very sad. Since I heard this thing, I regret belonging to this country, honestly.
Mr. Wellington, that was not just that. In short, he expended 30 billion naira on boats. How
much is the budget of the state? What is the value of CCTV? What is the economic value of CCTV to the state?
30 billion naira on boats.
Can you imagine?
Waterways.
And the National
So
Assembly is there.
Boats gone for military and police, and he claimed to have expended 30 billion naira on that project.
We just have sitting ducks as legislators in this country. It's so very sad, my brother. Since I saw this thing, I've been so very perturbed about, is this how we are going to continue? But like Apostle has said, it is high time we stop complaining and actually go to the drawing board and think of what we do. That's why I'm quite happy about this coalition that is coming on. So it's time for everybody to join in on this and tell them, no, we really need to fix this country according to our according to Mr. Peter Obi. It is high time we fix this country. We can't have a country as rich as Nigeria. We can't have a people as intelligent as Nigerians, and we are all here as if we don't even know what we're doing. And because of the rubbish leaders that we have. And these leaders are just a minute set of people compared to the total population of the country. Can they kill everybody? Can they kill 200 million people?
The total people are less than 1,000.
We can't go like this country is supposed to belong to all of us and not to a certain set of people. I yield my mic here.
Thank you, Mr. Bonifor. Mr. Henry, glad to have you on the show tonight. Welcome. We really enjoyed your contribution yesterday. I don't know if you want to have one or two contributions on tonight's topic. It's actually on the chat box, and it has been circulated across our platform. So you look at it, and everyone is free. You can unmute and speak. Let the world hear from you how you feel about the misgovernance of the APC administration. The program is being viewed live via the digital media, and it's a global outreach. So feel free to unmute and have your contribution. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Oyeni Adeni Oluwaseun by name from Kwara State Kupdem.
It's a pleasure to have you on Kupdem People's Parliament.
Thank you, sir. So what I want to say about this upcoming coalition that is going to be happening soon, we'll be feeling it. APC already knew about it, and they've actually started this permutation on how to bring different people into the party, just like the same way they were able to do in APC and Labour Party, they were able to infiltrate them. So this kind of thing too is also likely to surface in the ADC. So one thing I'm going to implore everyone that is, and all the leaders in the coalition in the coalition is, let us try as much as possible to see how we can sanitize, because whether we like it or not, we still have some kind of snitches in the party, but let us look for a way in which we are going to make sure that they don't really have much influence like that on the party. Then also, those people that will be coming into, let's see how we can actually educate them that, okay, this thing is not politics as usual, but this thing is not business as usual, but business unusual. So maybe we might need to organize a sensitization, maybe all this political literacy and the rest, because many people's mentality when it comes to politics is kind of different. So this is just my own suggestion with what is coming, because whether we like it or not, we might try to look for a way to kind of destabilize us.
Yes, you have a point, and we are ready to tackle them. Whether they could even become the chairman of the coalition, whether they become state chairman, whatever they aspire, they struggle and get, they cannot stop the will of the people this time around. So whoever is coming at his own peril. If you are not coming for the new Nigeria, which is possible, then whatever happens to you is your own headache. As far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian people this time around are determined. It is the will of the people. Right from the polling unit, I'll decide. Not a few individuals trying to play the APC card. It's not going to work. It's what I know for sure, for certain. The Nigerian people will resist any attempt of sellouts. And it can be dangerous for whoever is embarking on that mission. So anybody coming in as a no, just have it that you are signing your death warrants. Because the Nigerian people will not have that patience they have for Labour Party, where few individuals were turning Labour Party into ATM card. It will not happen under ADC. We all know the reason why we are in the coalition. We're in the coalition to rescue the country, and we cannot sit back and entertain any form of moves. So any move coming in is at your own peril. So please, let's keep the conversation going. Those joining us, this is Cobden People's Parliament. We're having a conversation around the state of the nation. And it has been a very wonderful time having discussion on these trending stories. Of course, we have circulated it on our various platforms. And we expect that you all have them handy and you can look at it and decide which of the topic you want to have a discussion on. Majorly, tonight's discussion is focused on the coalition that is going to be announced tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much, due process.
Yes, thank
Am I
you,
audible?
Mr. Davidson.
Thank you. You see, before I speak on number 3, let me just, add a little to Mr. Agbonifo's submission. Mr. Agbonifo, I've said it all. You see, to end corruption in Nigeria, like I've said before, and I'm still saying it again, there should be a public execution for corrupt politicians. If that happens, everybody will be afraid to embezzle public funds. The money, those people, they are collecting their salary and their allowances. Why are they still, embezzling the money to be used for other projects and every other things? Why are they still touching it? So if there is public execution, anybody that corrupts, that embezzle public funds should be brought to public and should be killed. If that does not happen, Nigeria will not sit tight. The politicians will not sit tight. That is as that. And number 3.
On corruption, Mr. Peter says, if the president is not stealing, the children are not stealing, the wife is not stealing, you have successfully curbed corruption by 50%.
That is the
so
truth.
whatever is happening is a replicate of what Tinubu is doing that is happening across board. You can go on.
You see, Tinubu holidays at St. Lucia, while people are dying here, he traveled to spend 8 good days in another small country. As a president, you are supposed to be on ground. You are supposed to be visiting places in your country, in your nation, where things are happening. Visit there, sleep there. Tinubu have not slept in any state in Nigeria except Lagos State. People are dying in Benue State. He went there, a form of campaign. Instead of taking a necessary action, to stop that kind of killings. You went there, people are seeing you as you are even campaigning for 2027 in that place. Plateau State, you did not even go to Plateau. I'm not sure, because I know he went to Benue. He did not go to Plateau. Did not. All the place where they are killing our people. We are not at war, for God's sake. The number one assignment for government is to secure lives and property. Insecurity have never worked like this in this country that I know. But today, nobody cares. They are only after, because they know that it doesn't concern them. Their children are not here. Most of their children are not here. Even the children that are here, look at the escort that are escorting their children in Nigeria here. Me and you will travel by road. So they cannot do that. None of their family do that. So they don't care. And you travel to another small country. According to Mr. Peter Obi, he said the place is not bigger than Ajegule.
It's smaller than Ajegule,
It's smaller than Ajegule. You went there and spent 8 days. It's just very sad. Very, very. So all these things have to change. Unless, as the proposal has said, he said we should stop complaining. So all of us have taken that to our system. We should stop complaining. Let's begin to look for way forward Let's begin to look for actions. Let's begin to take actions. 2027 is at the corner. People should not see 2027 as if it's very far. It's very near. It's at the corner here. So we are in July now. Before you know it, 2026, and it's there. So let us see how we are going to take this power from these rascal people.
Yes, the focus is how to take over the power, and all obedience globally are advised to just key into ADC. And in case you want to belong to any of the ADC in your own state, or you want to be part of what COPDEM is doing officially, please, Mr. Debeson, kindly copy the Zoom link, the WhatsApp link, and post on the chat box so that they can join. I understand some are joining us for the first time, and they probably have no idea of what COPDEM has been doing over time. In case you want to be part of COPDEM, be sure to just indicate. Let us all join hands to achieve this common objective of the Rescue Nigerian project. I hope that's taken. I'm trying to copy the WhatsApp link and I'm going to share it on this platform. In case you are not in our WhatsApp platform and you want to be part of it, you like what COPDEM has been doing, you can join us state executive, you can join us LG executive, you can join us BOT member, and what have you. They all come with their respective financial expectation. So I've posted it on the chat box. You can just click on the WhatsApp link and join. I hope you have seen it. That's the WhatsApp link to one of the youth platform for COPDEM. And from there, in case you want to be part of COPDEM, you can make further inquiry to join us. The journey to rescue Nigeria needs all hands to be on deck. We welcome groups to be part of COPDEM. We welcome different organizations who see what we are doing and are willing to be part of it. So the discussion continues, and we are still looking at the coalition. If you have a message you want to pass out to Mr. Peter B and all the other coalition members on the way forward and what needs to be done in attempt to put Nigeria first, please feel free to unmute your mic and speak. And if you want to have a discussion on some of the topics that have been so highlighted in our trending stories, all right, please unmute. Thank you. You want to speak? I thought I heard someone. All right. Jessica, you're welcome. And I guess it's the first time we're having you. Adeni Oluwaseun, thank you for being part. Apostle Jerry from Lagos, thank you for joining us. Mr. Swago Henry, thanks for keeping our time with tonight's program. Christy, thanks for joining us. Adegba Bonifo, thank you. Mr. Ezi, thanks for joining us. Jessica, Chidebere, Machuku, all part of tonight's program. In the next 10 minutes, we'll be wrapping up the program. In case you want to have a say on the highlighted topics, please feel free to unmute and speak. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
While I came in, I overheard Mr. talking about one of the topics here also said Nigerian drawn in debt of 140.
Your voice is low. We can't hear you.
Okay, Nigerian drawn in debt of 149 trillion despite subsidy removal and oil and tax revenues. Can you hear me now? Confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear, loud and clear.
Okay. So these are the issues. These are the issues that we have been speaking to. Now, like Sonny Degbe said rightly when I was coming in, there was nothing wrong in removing fuel subsidy. As a matter of fact, the campaign into the 2023 elections, if I remember, all the prospective candidates at the time actually projected removal of fuel subsidy.
Yes.
Including including Peter Obi, Atiku, and all the people that were participating in that elections, all indicated that there was need to remove fuel subsidy. But
Indeed.
again, it was not supposed to be like this. Now you have removed fuel subsidy. This government has removed fuel subsidy in the last 2 years. As a matter of fact, it was the first among the first actions that was taken as soon as they came into office. Now the question is, show us where you have been investing these excesses that you are getting from this fuel subsidy. We can't see. All we hear and all we know is that you have tripled the money that is going to states. Even the money that is going to states, what are they doing with it at state level? Nobody cares to ask, and nobody bothers. So at the end of the day, it's as if the removal of the fuel subsidy is a complete waste of time, because we have not achieved the purpose of removing the fuel subsidy. Because the purpose of removing the fuel subsidy was to better the life of Nigerians in one way or the other. And now we have even made it a double wahala for Nigerians. How do I mean? Now there is no benefit accruing from the removal of fuel subsidy, and we are made to allow high cost of fuel drive activities in the economy, thereby bringing untold hardship onto the people of the country. So is that not a double wahala? So is it not better that we will allow the fuel subsidy to stay? And we can get things cheaper and live a cheaper life than this very expensive lives that we're living now. And there are no income anywhere. There are no facilities anywhere. There are no shock observers anywhere. There are no stop gaps. So these are some of the issues that we continue to speak to, and there are no results. And the government just pretend as if they cannot hear the people speak. And this is very, 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 very appalling, to say the least.
Mr. Agmonifo, you say, like I used to say, I'm an industrialist. All my years I spent in industry. You see, this fuel subsidy removal, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have removed the very day he came to power. He have, instead of to better Nigeria, it has wrecked so many companies, small and medium companies. A lot have wrecked. Why? Because, like as we said, the fuel, the petroleum will be buying very cheap.
We seem to be having your network.
Okay, are you not hearing me?
Your network is really disturbing. It's not allowing the flow of your submission. Clearly, I understand you are trying to express your view in respect to the fuel subsidy. And of course, how
like the network is bad. We are not hearing you. Mr. Due Process. Oh.
I think Due Process has network with his has challenge with his network. I think he has even gone off.
Yes. Okay. Like I was saying, Mr. Bonifo, am I audible now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Mr. Your voice is breaking.
Okay, but am I audible? Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
What I was saying is, I said fuel subsidy removal that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, have removed the very day he came to power. I said that has crumbled many companies, most especially the small and medium enterprise, because of the high cost of petroleum. Are you hearing me now? Because of high cost of petroleum.
Yeah.
Cost of raw materials. Many companies are closed, have shut down as we speak. So instead of the fuel subsidy removal to better the life of Nigerians, it has wrecked down so many companies. That is what I am saying. It has made many companies to fold up as we speak. So the fuel subsidy they say they have removed doesn't have any good impact on anybody in Nigeria. So the money now, when you remove fuel subsidy, you are supposed to save money. That is why all of us are suffering, to be able to make this country great. So where is the money? What did they use the money for? That is the question we are asking. And we continue to ask until they tell us this is where and where they have spent this money. That is what I want to just add. Thank you.
You're very correct. And do we have more contribution on the subsidy matter? Of course, subsidy removal, the idea behind subsidy removal was to first understand the quantity of oil, for instance, that Nigerians are consuming per day. Then the exact amount that the government is expending on the cost, the extra cost incurred by the processing of this fuel from crude fuel. Subsidy in its entire form, as packaged by the Nigerian government, is a fraud. Crude oil have different components. Crude oil, it is from crude oil, we get fuel, we get diesel, we get engine oil, we get different products that sells in huge amount of money. But the Nigerian government has so packaged it as if the psyche of the Nigerians should be limited to fuel alone. And it is on this note that they are packaging fuel subsidy. So the entire corruption in the Nigerian government can only better be imagined. For so long, for ages, we have been enslaved into poverty, not because the country lacks the resources, but because the country lacks the right leadership to give direction, the right leadership to champion the transparency in governance. Tell me, how on earth will any government approve 24 billion naira just to install CCTV in one small building called the State Government House? It's madness. How will the same country approve over 226.25 million naira for just one street light? And they successfully budgeted 1,440 street lights at the rate of one going for 126.25 million naira. These are some of the madness that is happening. Previously Nigerians have never consulted the budget. We only heard about things are like this because they have not approved the budget. The moment the budget is approved, everything will go smoothly. Until lately, the Gen Z generation began to look at what is the content of this budget. And that is when we began to realize some of the shenanigans that have been going on for ages. The Nigerian government is straight from hell. They never have any plan for the masses. And the masses in 2027 have one option: to rescue themselves or be buried by APC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long conversation, and we are very happy to have you join us on tonight's program. Tomorrow will be another power-packed Cobden People's Parliament, where we'll be having a discussion on the events that happened at the coalition ground and all that needs to be discussed. The trending story, of course, will be highlighted, and conversation will continue tomorrow by 7 p.m. Thank you for being part of tonight's program. I remain Mr. Ako Christian Oche, otherwise known as Due Process. Till I come your way tomorrow, thank you for joining us once again, and God bless you. It is from here, I will say good night to every viewers out there, and we look forward to having you being part of Cobden People's Parliament. In case you want to join Cobden, the link to one of the WhatsApp platforms has been dropped on the chat box. You can always be part of it, or you can visit www.cobden.org/register to register and officially become a member of Cobden. You can equally become a state executive member, LG executive member, as well as even a BOT member, a national member. Of course, you can become. The doors are widely open. We welcome all new aspiring Nigerians who are willing to join the fight in sustaining, in protecting Nigerian democracy as it's being championed by Cobden. From here, I'll say good night and God bless you all. Thank you. So thank you, Mr. Agonifo. Thank you all for being part of tonight's program, and God bless you all. Mr. Agonifo. Thank you all. Good night.